This lesson deals with how your final grade is determined. I actually do it 3 different ways and you get the best of the 3. For each of the hour exams, you receive the grade between 0 and 5. Same is true for your homework for the final. If you look at the syllabus for the course, the exams counted for 200 points out of 450 possible points. This is dropping one of the 3 1-hour exams. So of your 3 exams, I'll take your best score on a 0 to 5 point scale and multiply that by the weight, which would be 100 out of 450 possible points. Do the second best exam again between 0 and 5 and multiply that by the weight. This is assuming I'm going to drop your worst test on the 0 to 5 point scale. Do the same thing for the homework, but its weight was 50 out of the 450 points. And then lastly, the final is going to be worth 200 out of 450 points. And that's how I determine your grade. This is normally how you'll get probably the best grade you're going to receive in the course, but there's 2 other possibilities. One is your homework grade is not all that great. So dropping one of the 3-hour exams can actually lower your grade. So I go back and I recompute your grade, but not dropping one of the hour exams. Now the total points are 550. First exam, second exam, third exam on a 0 to 5 point scale. Multiply by now the weight of 100 out of 550. Homework now is 50 out of 550. And likewise, the final is 200 out of 550. So we're kind of de-weighting the homework and the final a little bit by including all of your exams. And for some people, this will actually give them a better grade. Then there's one last thing I'd like to offer the class, and that is a bonus. If you can score the highest on the final exam, you'll get a 5. So the number that would go here, or in this case here, would be a 5. And for many people, that would give them a better grade. There are some people with a 5 average. But I'll also offer this to anyone getting a 95% or more on the final exam. So really anybody in class could get that score. So if you do get the highest score on the final, or 95% or higher, this number here will be most likely better. But what I'll do is add a 0.5 to your final score. So whatever this turned out to be here or here, I'll take that score and add 0.5 to it. So in other words, if you had your exams and your homework and it turned out that was a 3.6, but you had 95% on the final or higher, you're going to have a pretty high number here, close to 5, I would then take this number and add 0.5 to it. So if this was 3.6 and I added 0.5, you get a 4.1. And I'll give you a 4 point for the course. I don't do any real rounding. When I calculate the final grade, I go 0.05 back. In other words, 3.95 and higher is the 4 point. 3.45 and higher is the 3.5, and so on down the line. And this is how your final grade will be determined.